Aussie Beach TV is proudly sponsored by Sakura Health.
Aussie Beach TV.
My name's Ethan Nash from TOTT News, and I've got a message for you, Australia. It's time to turn off the TV, put down the newspapers and watch Aussie Beach TV.
You're watching Aussie Beach TV. You're watching Aussie Beach TV. Aussie Beach TV.
What do you love about Queensland?
It's hotter than Manchester. I like the Queensland Reds and just a couple of beaches which I wasn't expecting, so it's alright, yeah.
The sun, I enjoy the temperature and I enjoy the people.
Majorly, I know that today is not the best one, but usually the weather is great.
The reason I live here is the climate and the lifestyle is fantastic.
The laid back sort of atmosphere.
So what is something that Queensland is famous for?
Oh, well, when I first came into Queensland was the big pineapple.
Yeah.
Although I heard that now it's closing, but I still love the big pineapple. And Bandiram.
Yeah.
Come on, that's Queensland, eh? Bring it on.
So Queensland's current leader, or current premier, is Campbell Newman.
Yeah.
What do you think of the job he's doing?
I come from Italy,
Yeah.
so we all got the problem with our government there, so I cannot really compare. So if I should compare this to now, a good job.
Their policies are driven by ideology and not what's best for the city. I think they can be two different things, and in this case they're two different things. I don't think he's doing a good job at all. I don't think, he's got supporters that are also because of the ideology, but in terms of improvement and developing this city, I don't think he's doing a good job.
So he's got a controversial new anti-biking law.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Well, I'm not keen on criminal activities, and whether it's done by bikies, whether it's done by criminals, none of it's good. But I used to ride motorcycles years ago and was a member of the Motorcycle Riders Association, but never was a member of any gangs or anything. I just don't have time for gangs or criminal activity, but bike riding is fine.
There's a problem with bikie gangs. I was just reading this morning, a lot of them have earned a lot of money from selling drugs to teenagers, criminal activity, and I think there's a problem there, and a lot of people would acknowledge that. How you go about dealing with that problem is another thing, because we need to ensure that people's human rights, fundamental human rights, are supported, and it doesn't matter who they are. So it's for everyone. So he has to address it in a way that's upholding their fundamental human rights.
Yeah.
The bike is actually very friendly up north.
That's it.
During Christmas there were bikies dressed up as Santas delivering toys to the people who were less fortunate and living in the inland.
Yeah.
And I don't classify him as a criminal. Well,
that's
it's
it.
just normal, yeah. So I think we should be a bit more tolerant, yeah, about the bikes, yeah.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, just me having a beard, full stop. People think, that's a bikie. I'm not a bikie, Just an honest citizen that
It's just stereotyping
also,
now.
yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
What do you think of people that are stereotyped by the government for looking like a bikie?
Yeah, that's the tricky thing. If you're going to prosecute bikie gangs because they're bikie gangs, not because they're criminal, then you're in trouble, because you can't do that. You have to prosecute people for their criminal activity, not because of what they wear or even who they associate with. I want to be free to associate with people who have been violent offenders in the past if I want. If they're reformed now, it doesn't matter what they're wearing. I want to be able to associate with whoever I want to associate with, and no one can tell me that I can't.
So do you think average, everyday citizens could get mixed up with that stereotype with police?
Yeah, I definitely think that. It's ridiculous. Like, it's ludicrous that people can stereotype people like that. It's almost racism, really.
So what does freedom mean to you?
Sort of voicing your own views, being able to do what you want, really. If you want to dress in a certain way, if you want to have tattoos, then go do it.
I'd say freedom for me is exploring, seeing the world, being able to see places like this and doing what you want.
To me, freedom personally is have the free to express myself and to be who I am, and also to be, but also to be respectful of other people's freedom, as long as it does not affect or hurts someone else's feelings. or lifestyle, that's fine.
Freedom is about, our human rights. It's basic to me. We've got, a lot of work's been done since the 1940s on universal human rights, and I, subscribe to that. I thought everyone in the Western world subscribes to that.
Feel free here in Queensland?
With the new state government and the new federal government, I actually don't feel as free. I think our freedoms are being quite quickly eroded, in a relatively short time, and that's really scary to me. So I'm certainly less free than what I was, not very, just, a year or so ago.
What do you want to accomplish with your website, and where do you want to take it?
Well, at the moment I've just primarily been writing articles, taking photos, but I really want to expand into a multimedia sort of aspect with videos, with more event coverage, with interviews, and really make 2014 a push forward. I just want to awaken the people to what I do. I have a background in journalism, so I thought I could make my skills go to good use to deliver a professional quality product that can be sourced as a legitimate news source and can be shown to the people to help them understand major issues and just basically get past the deception and spin of the mainstream media. And that's what I hope to do with 2014, is just take it one step further and really make a go of developing TOTT news and awakening the people.
So there's a lot of alternative media sources out there. What are some of your favourites?
Some of my favourites in Australia, of course, we've got Aussie Beach TV, which you're watching right now. At realnewsaustralia.com is doing phenomenal work over there. General is really growing his site very big. And there's conspiracyoz.com. Mick Raven does a podcast every week has politicians and experts on his show to talk about what's happening. Jamel Bookboo podcast interviews people, really voices his opinion against the mainstream media. So yeah, there's a very big global network of alternative media sites that are really growing and are really coming together to network and to really push information out there. And really, I see it as a movement, a movement in the media. Because one of the main factors that this system has been developed behind is the media, and how the media can manipulate public opinion, and how the media can generate public opinion, how they can create the news and thus manipulate your opinion. So we are here, we're growing, and we are trying to present an alternative viewpoint to let people critically think about the information that is coming and to not believe the mainstream deception that is being pushed onto them, the agenda that's being pushed onto them. And that's what we're doing. So I definitely recommend checking out all of those sites. If you want to learn more, read the articles, watch the videos, please support, please come out and get involved. We're all looking for volunteers, we're all looking for people to help out. So if you really want to get involved, contact either one of us, and let's really make a go of this in 2014.
If you had a message to the Queensland government, what would it be?
I think a little bit about the people and the impact of policies on people. I think all governments should do that, and the government should be focused on really thinking about what is good for the people.
First, it will be regarding jobs. Please help us to find, to open up more opportunities for Queenslanders, especially the new generations. And the second one, to be a bit more tolerant on the law that we're going to promote in the future.
No short-term government should be able to erode our human rights. It's bigger than any government. That's something that's universal, and it's been recognised as beyond governments, and they should not be messing with our human rights.
You're watching me on Aussie Beach TV.
You're watching me on Aussie Beach TV.
I'm watching you on Aussie Beach TV.
You're watching me on Aussie Beach TV.
You're watching me on Aussie Beach TV.
Aussie Beach TV. You watching Aussie Beach TV. You watching Aussie Beach TV. The hottest girls you ever see.
Go them Maroons.